Xerxes, and through my MBA, I've had a unique opportunity to live and study in two different environments, London and the UAE. Both are global business hubs, yet they offer very distinct cultural, social, economic dynamics. And I'd like to share my observations and learnings using the PESTEL framework, the political, economic, social, technological, environment, and legal. So, in the political, in London, the political environment was mainly shaped by Brexit and the regulatory independence. The businesses face a stronger emphasis on compliance and governance, but also push towards global trade repositioning. In the UAE, politics is centralized, but it creates a highly stable environment for business and their Vision 2030 and free zone policies, which make it very attractive for foreign investments and entrepreneurship. Political models differ in London, where in London it is an emphasis on checks and balances, while the UAE emphasizes on long-term strategic direction. Economic, London has a mature, service-driven economy with finance, fintech, and professional services dominating, but also face challenges like inflation and very high cost of living. In the UAE, on the other hand, it is diversifying rapidly beyond its oil and tourism, but also like mainly is tourism. There's logistics and fintech, and it's also a tax-free environment, and which helps a lot of startups and ambitious mega projects, make it a highly attractive hub for startups and other growth-oriented businesses. So the main learning over here I found was that London is about stability and maturity, whereas UAE is about growth, ambition, and transformation. Social. So culturally, London is extremely diverse from people coming from all walks and backgrounds, but it's also very individualistic in the sense that a lot of people are just doing their own thing. There's professional interactions are formal and very warm, but work-life balances over there is very highly valued. So people generally don't interact with colleagues after business hours, or if they have to interact, they interact in pubs or nearby bars and like that. So they value their work-life balance a lot. In the UAE, society is very like grouped together. People like hanging out with their colleagues a lot outside work. There's a strong emphasis on hospitality. There's a lot of respect in the hierarchy, the traditions, and networking often happens via personal communication. So the difference in London and the UAE is the fact that the social lives and social norms are very different. In London, it's about direct professional communication, whereas in the UAE, it's more about building relationships which lay the foundations for your professional career. Technological, London is like it's a tech hub, especially in like fintech, AI, and digital infrastructure. It's thriving on innovation and ecosystem. Where we were living in I was living in Canary Wharf, and with SPJ campus, there are a lot of startups and tech companies such as Revolut and other digital banks. In the UAE, investing is heavily on the smart city initiative, where they're developing the whole city to be smart and connected. Blockchain is very big in the UAE, and a lot of new AI startups are coming in. And Dubai is positioning itself as like a new AI and tech hub of the future. So both are innovation leaders. However, London has more organic startups driven culture, while the UAE has a lot more initiatives, in my opinion, which are spearheaded by the government. Environmental, London emphasized on sustainability, carbon neutrality, a lot of ESG, and very strict environmental regulations for business. The UAE, despite its desert climate, is also investing heavily into renewables and green projects, but it still balances that with its dependence and use of oil and natural resources. So, environmental focus in London is much stronger, and the regulations prove that. But there is a vision and investment for being sustainable and green in the UAE, and it is quite prevalent in some of the emerging areas. Legal, London operates under a common law with like strong legal rights and protections for businesses and individuals. UAE combines its civil law with its Sharia influence, but provides more business-friendly laws, especially in the free zone, which attracts a lot of global firms to set up offices and headquarters there. London is, because of its maturity, it's very predictable, for legality, while the UAE offers a lot of flexibility in terms of the different zones which is tailored for global investors. So living in these two places has taught me that success in business isn't only about strategy, but it's also about cultural inclusion and intelligence. So London has sharpened my appreciation for structured governance, diversity, long-term sustainability, and the overall how a mature regulation occurs for long-term sustainable growth. The UAE has taught me that you have to be agile, ambition, and the power of being making relationships for business growth. In the UAE, as its leader said, if whether you're a lion or a gazelle, everyone runs in Dubai. So both experiences together have given me a global lens on how to adapt quickly, respect local context and people, and leverage the strengths of different environments for business growth. Thank you.